Hello, and welcome to the Awakening with Eniola podcast. Um, I feel so much joy and excitement, and I'm so happy to be here. And I'm so grateful to you to also being here with me, listening. Um, I it's just a joy to be sitting down here speaking with you. Um, If you are new here, my name is Eniola, and I started this YouTube channel some years ago because I just felt the pull to speak more, and I also wanted to be able to share my journey on how I got started, in my career as a machine learning engineer and kind of help and somehow be able to help others who are kind of trying to also go on that journey, or inspire them, or just share whatever lessons I've learned and to help someone else to also be able to also go on their journey, in building a career in AI and machine learning. And I really, I really did love doing that. My heart was just always just full of joy whenever I received, your comments, your likes, your emails. Thank you so much, everyone who's reached out and everyone who's like just watched the video and just supported and just been so loving and so kind. I thank you so much. I thank you, and I'm so happy and so grateful that whatever I'm able to share somehow is helpful. That just brings immense joy. Thank you. Um, and yeah, and maybe some about almost 2 years ago now, I had to, I left my, 9 to 5 AI job. Um, I was working at Google. I really, really was grateful to be there, enjoyed being there, enjoyed working with the people, enjoyed learning about AI and the technology. And I think that was when, ChatGPT just kind of came up. So it was just an exciting time to be an AI then. But I I just felt like it was time for me to leave and it was time for me to just go into the unknown. Um, and around that time, I was also in the process of experiencing my spiritual awakening, and kind of that's what this whole podcast is about. And obviously, I would speak more about what that is for people who are not aware of what an awakening is. And yeah, so I left that job, and but I did not know what I was going to do next. But I'd always knew that my purpose or what I was supposed to be doing was supposed to be helping people, was supposed to be teaching, was supposed to be sharing my life journey experiences, my insights, my learnings with someone else, such that they're also able to find inspiration in that and also apply it to their lives and also be able to inspire another person. So it's like a ripple effect, right? And but I didn't know how, but I knew that like I had this YouTube channel, I enjoyed speaking, and I could also see that um someone out there, I know, we're finding value in, you know, the the content I was creating. So I was gonna do that, once I left my job at Google, but the universe had other plans for me, and then I got pregnant, and it was a whole nother journey. So I recently became a mom, a mother, and it's been amazing, but also the most challenging experience of my life. But the one thing that has been able to help me through, not just through pregnancy and motherhood, even before that, when I still was in my career phase of, being at Google, working in the AI, navigating relationships, it's it was when I w- had my awakening, when I woke up from the illusion of who I thought I was, and just I woke up, or or into an awakening of who I really am, right? And then once that realization came, once I was able to see that I am, I am not my thoughts. I am, you know, yes, my name is Eniola. I have this form, I look this way. I have this parent. I have the siblings. There's the mind identity of who I think I am, and there's the body identity of what I look like. But seeing that who I am is consciousness, it's awareness, it's just this moment, this now, me speaking now, and me being able to, you know, move my hands, me being able to smile. I am the essence that allows all of this happening to happen. I am the presence. I am this moment. I am this now. And having that realization transformed my life. It really did. It's like, it's hard to describe, it's hard to talk about, but it's just been life changing. And, but life has still been challenging, like I said, like motherhood. uh, if you've gone through that journey, I think you know what I mean. It's been really, really challenging, being a human being. It's life is hard. Life is challenging. I don't know any human being whose life is just like perfect and like no challenges, but that's the point. Life being challenging does not mean that something is wrong. That is the point. Life is supposed to be challenging, but then our purpose, or what we're supposed to do, is to use that challenge to see who we are, because that challenge is there, presents itself, or gives us an opportunity to be able to see ourselves. When I say see who we are, it's just like, I'll use my life as an example. So growing up, I was born in Nigeria. I had three sisters. I had a mother, I had a father, just the regular human story. I went to school. I had some friends. I was good at academics. So that's who I thought I was, right? I thought I was, and my identity was Eniola. I was this girl. I was Nigerian. Um, I was good at school. I was quiet. That's who I thought I was, right? And obviously, that also came with its own, you know. And sometimes I would be sad, I would be depressed, I'll be angry, I would fight with people, all of that, just a human, just the concept of being a human being. So that's who I just was, right? And then fast forward to, then I moved to North America, and I went through a heartbreak. I was in a relationship, and that relationship ended, and it was just very painful. It was very, very painful. And prior to that, I've always been very interested in self-development. I read a lot of books. I've read most of the popular self-help books. I've always been very interested in that space, right? So I used to read a lot of books. And then I came across The Power of Now. I have the book here just so that I could show you. So, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and this changed my life. So it's really just a concept of like, so during going through the heartbreak, I was having thoughts. I was feeling emotional. I was emotional pain. There was just so many things, and I was just, I'm sure a lot of if you listen to this, I don't know if you've gone through heartbreak, but I think you understand what I mean. It was just very painful emotionally, right? And reading The Power of Now and just saying, oh wow, and seeing that, okay, this pain exists, these thoughts exist, but there's something deeper. I am something deeper than that, right? So that experience, that pain was able to make me see my thoughts. So I think the first time I had that awakening, that realization was when I was in my apartment and I had read the book. I was like, okay, things, it was, it made so much sense. It was like I was remembering, right? Reading the book, reading The Power of Now was like I was speaking to myself. I was remembering who I am, right? And then one day I want a thought came into my mind, a part of me like, oh, I want to go pee. And then I saw that thought. I was like, oh wow, that was the first time I was able to, there was a separation between my thoughts and the awareness or the awareness of the thoughts. And then I was like, wow, I could see what the power of now was pointing at in terms of like, I am the awareness. We are the awareness, right? And then we have thoughts, right? And the thoughts are always going. They're always going. We always have thoughts, right? But then there's something behind that. And then just seeing that thought, oh, normally it's like, okay, I want to be, and even I just, once the thought comes up, I just go pee, right? I just automatically do whatever the thought is saying. But seeing that, I'll be able to see that, oh, wow, there's the thought and then there's I. That was the first time I had that, awakening. I was able to see that, oh wow, I am actually the awareness. I was able to see that, oh wow, this pain, this suffering that I was going through, like this heartbreak, this emotional challenge I was currently going through. There's this thing, there's an awareness which I am that's experiencing all of this. That was kind of how my journey started. And then I practiced a lot of yeah, and then I practice a lot of meditation, just sitting in silence, and just I really wanted to discover and go deeper and see myself, and it's been amazing. It really has been amazing, and that's really why I want to start this podcast to share this, to share my journey. And if there's someone out there who, yes, you're also currently going through your phase of life where things are just challenging. You're going through maybe, I don't know, just whatever you're going through that's like challenging, painful, or like I just want to just share that you are not that challenge. You're not that pain. You are not that whatever it is you think you are. You are not that. Who you are is this is this now? Is this present moment? Is this space that allows all of this happen? You are the experience that all of this is happening in, and that's immensely powerful, immensely beautiful, immensely infinite. There's no really no words to describe who we are, our shared consciousness. And I think it's really, really important that more and more of us awaken, more and more of us realize and remember and see. And this is not just, you don't have to believe me, like, do not believe me. All you just have to do is just look within yourself. And, it's not, it's, it's not something that, would take 10 years. So there's no time frame. It's just now. You can't see who you are now. You can realize who you are now. Just hear, if you can just look within and just, as I'm speaking, you can hear my voice and see Feel the space that you are as you hear me speak. Feel the tingling in your body as you hear me speak. That's who you are. The you or the I or the me that we think we are is just an illusion. It's the ego. It's a small self, which is very valid, right? We need that. Like there's a purpose for that, right? But we also need to realize the deeper truths of who we are, of who you are, of who I am, which is presence, which is this now, which is stillness. That's our ultimate purpose on being here in this earth. I yeah, I really, even if it's just one person that hears this or sees this and is able to look within and see, I think it's that's probably the best or the most wonderful thing that can happen. And so yeah, this podcast I hope to share more on. So yes, there's the realization, right? The realization that we are presence, we are consciousness, we are stillness, spaciousness. But then there's some practices, there are some things that we have to do, not do per se, but just applying. There are some things that we have to apply or practice in our daily lives. So our daily lives are help us to deepen, help us to remember or embody more of our true self, right? And so this podcast, my hope is that like weekly, I hope to post videos weekly where I share just insights from my own life that's really helped to transform my life. You know, things like being aware of our breaths, being aware of our thoughts, being aware of our body, um, being aware of our ego, knowing what the ego is, what the pain body is, and just helping you guide you through your own journey of awakening. And that's my purpose here. I really do want to help, you know, help you realize and see who you really are, the beauty, the depths, and the power that lies within you. And I hope, you know, you're able to join me. And I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much, and sending you so much love. Bye.